HEX on Pulse, which we're just going to call HEX. So some of the documentation needs to be upgraded because it was going to be EHEX and PHEX, but we're just going to make it HEX and EHEX. So ERC20s that are forked onto Pulse, or they're going to just be called their native name. So like Chainlink on Ethereum, which is Link, is going to be bridged over and called E-Link for Link from Ethereum. And then on Pulse, it's just going to be called Link. So need to update the naming conventions document a little bit. Not that big a change. So if you bridged in EUSDC from the Ethereum network and then put it in a liquidity pool with $8.5 million of USDC versus the equivalent $8.5 million of Pulse, or rather HEX on the Pulse network, then you'd in effect have nearly doubled the liquidity. So this isn't accounting for what's sitting in limit orders on 0x and 1inch.io. It's not accounting for Uniswap v3, which actually has a lot of liquidity now. I'll look it up in a minute. But you could for like 10 or $20 million double the liquidity for HEX on the Pulse network. And I think that'd be pretty cool, because now maybe instead of HEX being worth 20 cents on just Ethereum, maybe HEX could be worth 20 cents on Ethereum and Pulse. That would be awesome. And then you step in and you put a liquidity providing incentivization program where you reward people for putting in a Uniswap pair their ERC20s from the bridged in from the Ethereum network and the Pulse versions of them. And then the Pulse versions are backed by the Ethereum versions. And people are probably happier to do that because they got the Pulse side for free. So you got a big bag of Link, bridge it over, take your free Link on the Pulse network, put the two in a Uniswap pair, and as long as their ratio stays similar, you're just making trading fees. You're not even getting impermanent loss. So if whatever ratio you get in at tends to be the ratio it stays at, then you're just making trading fees, because you can always pull out what you put in. And the only way you have impermanent loss is if like one price moves a lot versus the other one. So that's like teaching you about liquidity providing. I don't do that very often because like in HEX, for instance, you oftentimes make a lot more money not being a liquidity provider because HEX just price performance is so strong.